I hear more of 20 plus, 50 plus. Okay? This is what is life or not? If I have to explain what is life, if Baba Ramdev or Nityananda Swami can take a decade to explain what is life, and then if you can take 10 white papers to fill in what is life, and if the same can be expressed in simple 4 pictures. This was a survey conducted among 2000 CXO level bosses across the globe, who are the key decision makers in taking in their employees. It could be HR heads or CXO level people. As per them. So probably these are the things which will be truly validated in an interview. So which are the ones which will make a lot of impact in addition to your core technical skills and all. Okay, that is default and that is taken granted. So look at a couple of parameters like these two. Can somebody read? Yeah, go ahead. With a mic. Excuse me, can you pass on the mic?
70% of employers claim they don't want applicants to be fashionable or trendy.
Unfortunately, right? So they don't want you to appear in a fashionable, trendy dresses in an interview. I'm sorry, but that's the reality, it seems. Okay? And the next one?
65% of bosses said clothes could be the deciding factor between 2 similar candidates.
So if I feel 2 guys who attended in last 1 hour are equally capable and I'm not so sure to decide between them. If I have to choose one, then whom I go for is the best dressed person. So that's even more important when you're attending the occasion. Be more formal, okay? And then boys shaving and no funky hairstyles, okay? And no gadgets and no phones, okay? No fluorescent colors, girls, no jewelry. We are not going to marriage. 47%. Can you read out?
40. Having little or no knowledge of the company is the most common mistake job seekers make during interviews, and that's 47%.
Okay, going to TCS interview but doesn't know what is TCS, what is the strength, what are their revenues, who is the MD or who is the CEO of the organization. Who is the CEO of TCS? Okay, and who is the Tata Group chairman? Okay, and what are the revenues? 18.5 million. See? Is it 18.5? I would happy to hear if that happens in 2015. Okay, it's not 18.5 and it is billion. Don't get confused. Okay, it is billion only. Okay, and what is the employee strength? 3 lakhs plus. And how many locations they are operated in? How many nationalities they have as employees? So these are some 6-7 parameters. Whenever you are going to any interview, for that matter, doesn't have to be TCS. Wherever you are going, go to their site, their own site, not Google. It is TCS.com, Amazon.com, Microsoft.com. Go through it and then get those latest facts and be ready with those details. It's 47%. See the impact of that. Okay. 67%.
67.
Eye contact, 67%. See the difference. This is in addition to your core skills. The technology skills, the project explanation, your previous history and all is one dimension. But these are other dimensions which are probably MR, managerial round discussion or HR discussion we'll look into. Okay? Some of the key parameters. Look at the 33%, the top one. Can you read out?
33% in a survey of 2,000 bosses claim that they know within the first 90 seconds if an interview whether they will hire someone.
Got it? First 90 seconds, just 3 minutes is probably where they might to some extent decide yes I will or I will not. or it could be I will and probably I will not. Clear? So don't get tensed. So that's why the first question, tell me about yourself, to make you comfortable. And nobody wants to, in true sense, if it is a genuine discussion, obviously I would want to understand your best qualities and abilities. If I put you in stress, I know for sure that you are not going to speak out your best. That's why I want to make you more comfortable so that I can truly understand your skills, and then that can give me the better response and then validate whether he makes sense or not to my organization. 90% of the interviewers will do that. Maybe 5-10% there will always be an variation. Nobody wants to scare you, nobody wants to put you into a trouble box and then come out of it. No, that is not the intention. The intention is to put you in a comfortable zone and then bring the best out of you so that it makes sense or not for me to consider you or not will be the approach by most of the interviewers. Okay? Fair enough? Yeah. Last slide. You can read. Slide name also.
Sir?
Including the title.
Girl to dad, trends impacting IT services market.
Today's trends.
Girl to dad, dad, I'm in love with a boy who is far away from me. I'm in India and he lives in UK. We met on a dating website, became friends on Facebook, had long chats on WhatsApp, proposed to each other on Skype, and now we have had 2 months of relationship through Viber. I need your blessing and good wishes, Daddy.
Today's girl. You are all. Your father.
Dad's reply, wow, really? Then get married on Twitter, have fun online, buy your kids on eBay, send them through Gmail, and if you are fed up with your husband, sell him on OLX.
A smart father, right? Okay, so it tells you that these are some of the true trends in today's world. If somebody asks in the interview what are the trends you are observing in today's IT industry or today's world, next slide. These are the 5 areas predominantly. Analytics, big data, probably some of you might be knowing, some of you doesn't know, but at least I'm sure most of you heard the term called analytics, right? Big data probably to some extent, and I don't know, unfortunately I don't know your curriculum, but I assume this is one area. And mobility, everything on iPhones, iPads, yeah, nothing beyond. And then social media, yes, we all have multiple accounts, right? Every day multiple photographs. And cloud, and then artificial intelligence and robotics. These are the 5 key trends in today's world. This is called digital. A lot of CEOs, CXOs talk about digital reimagination, digital world, digital technologies and all, right? So if anybody asks you in any discussion what are today's trends or digital trends, etc., analytics, big data, cloud, mobility, social, artificial intelligence and robotics. I'm sure you might not be able to know most of these if you are non-comp sci, absolutely. So the expectation from the interviewer is that at least do you know these trends in today's world, one, and then can you talk about a bit, at least 1 or 2, at least at the definition level or whatever you can understand, if not in detail. At least social media, I'm sure everybody can talk about it, but what is artificial intelligence or cloud computing or mobility, or what is analytics and big data? If you can go through the definitions and try to understand the base level, it could be 0.0% of the information of these 5 areas, that will be good enough. Nobody will expect you to deep dive on these areas. Absolutely no, even if you are comp sci. Okay? If I know these are the trends which every company is working in today's world, including TCS, and then if I know the base definitions, what it is, what do you mean by digital and what are these technologies, that's really good. And obviously that will give information or confidence about yourself, your awareness to the industry, to the interviewer. That's a big boosting, big plus, certainly. So we are almost done. I want to take a couple of questions from you, if you have any, if you haven't covered, if you feel so, and then we can close the session in next 5-10 minutes. Yeah, go ahead.
It's been bothering me for a long time. If I get into an interview room and if the interviewer doesn't give me a shake hand, should I give him a shake hand or should I sit silent?
Now I want to ask the question, what you do? What you should do? No? No? Yes? No?
I would take the initiative.
See, the best way is like you wish him. While entering into the room, you say that, good morning sir, good afternoon sir, good evening ma'am, something like that. That's the best thing you can do. Because obviously there will be a table in between him, her, to you, one. And two, it's better they take the initiative and you follow rather than you take the initiative. You never know the response from the other end and you will feel disappointed and that will impact your 30-minute discussion. I don't want you to get into that trouble. Rather, I get into the room and say, good morning ma'am, good afternoon sir, loud, clear, crisp, like my voice, okay? I'm sure it is a trouble for most of you, but give an attempt. Okay? So that's what I want to do if I were going to the interview. Any other questions? Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, I want to know some of the details about the teachers company. As teachers are having employees about 3 lakh plus, how the teachers company is managing all these employees, how they are getting the efficient from these employees?
Is that relevant? At least in this forum. Okay? Is that relevant in this forum? Or will that help you in attending the interview?
I just want to know it.
Okay, general questions will take later. Thank you. Any questions in this? Assuming that you have to interview in next 1 month, let us ask those questions. Clarify all your doubts. Yeah, she has a question. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, can we ask about job security in the interview?
Sorry?
Job security. That,
Okay.
Like if any crisis happen, we have listened about pink cover letter.
Yeah. Why only
Can you-
pink? Why not red? Everything.
Yeah, okay. Can we ask about such question? Can we have security of job?
Oh, your question is, can I ask an interviewer about the job security as one of the questions?
Yes.
The answer is no. Absolutely no. Nobody can assure you about your job. Forget about you here. I cannot guarantee my job tomorrow in my own organization after working for 15 years. So it's a big no. In IT industry, it's a big no. Absolutely non-government. So there is nobody can guarantee you that you will be there forever in any organization. Forget about TCS. Whether you go to Facebook, Twitter, or Infosys, or any organization, job security will not be there unless you perform and prove yourself every other day. So don't ask about the security dimension, job security as the dimension. That's a big negative. Okay? That is granted and taken care that you perform, you will be in. You learn new technologies, you are in. Otherwise, you are outdated, you will be obsolete. Fine.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And another question is, up to what extent we can develop if we are doing good in the job as a fresher? To what extent, like
You can become a CEO. You can become a CEO.
And what are the levels behind a programmer to CEO?
Sorry, what are the
Levels like job
levels
Yeah.
to become a CEO?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see what Hari was mentioning is like current TCS CEO, Mr. N. Chandrasekharan. He has joined TCS as a fresher like you from MCA background, MCA Trichy, and then in probably 25 years he is now CEO of the organization. So you have a strong, valid example. So you all can become a CEO. Absolutely, that's a possibility. It's not a joke. It's a possibility. You have an example in terms of my own CEO in today's world. So it is possible as long as you prove yourself and then become. Okay, it's not like a government appreciation and government model of performance and all. Every 5 years you will go to next level. Only after completing 5 years you go to next level. That is not the model which will be worked in any IT industry or any private industry. If you perform, if you are an exceptional guy, you will be moved 2 levels up. It could happen in 2 months also. But if you are average, you will be sent out in 2 months also. That's how it is. That's how bad it is, unfortunately.
Sir,
Yeah.
I had a question. Sir,
Stand up. Oh, sorry.
To my resume, I will write technical skills. I'm comfortable, more comfortable in C and Java.
Okay.
I can answer any question in C and Java.
Okay. Don't use the word any.
Okay.
That's bad.
Sorry, sir. then when another person came with, he's also same good at C and Java.
Okay.
In addition to it, he's very good at in other some other language also.
Okay, fine.
Then what are the chances to me that I can be hired?
See, in any of such cases, it's not like only because you have put in something in the CV and then I will buy that idea straightforward. Obviously, I will question you. And obviously, two of you will not have the same level of capability in a given technology. It could be C only. I will ask the same questions to you and to the other guy, and then that will tell you what level of expertise for you in C versus the other guy. If you have more, the chances of getting more, no, it's not the case. In out of those three, I can ask only one subject area in the discussion for 10 minutes, and that can tell me whether you are capable or not to extend your capability to other technologies as well. It doesn't have to be 3 or 4. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir,
Sorry. Friend. Yeah, go ahead.
you are taking the interview process throughout the day, sir.
Sorry?
You are taking the interview process throughout the day.
Yes.
You came across various mindsets of people, sir.
Right.
When you are going to annoy by someone, when you are getting anger by someone,
I did not understand.
when you are going to anger by someone, sir, our students, irritated or frustrated.
Oh, somebody is irritating me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Irritated or
Okay.
frustrated.
Okay.
Thus, will have an adverse effect on who's come to the interview at last.
So let me put it in a funny way. Na? Assume that I had fight with my wife yesterday night. Then I come to the interview and at 8:30 my boss called me and shouted at me. Boss, whatever you delivered is all crap. Then I go to my first interview. Forget about evening interview. Yeah? The morning 9 a.m. interview will be hard, right? It will be, unfortunately.
Sir, you
See, it is not the incidents which happen through the candidates. It could have been through the previous experiences, but certainly not. It will not carry forward. They will not carry forward that experience, whatever I had with you, to the next person, to the next person. Mostly no. Mostly no.
Thank you.
Sir, apart from our academic knowledge, what kind of certifications do you expect from a fresher for the TCS?
See, certifications in whatever languages you know, if you can do it, that's an added advantage. If I have learned Java, if I have learned C, C++, if I can do a certification and put it as a USP, that's a value add. You don't have to specifically focus on anything. Your favorite subject for focus area still will be good. Self-introduction, about yourself. Huh.
I have taken opinions from many of the people, sir. Few says you have to mention your family details about your sibling,
Okay.
and few say you shouldn't.
Okay.
So what should I do? I'm a little bit
I said
confused.
right, 9 a.m. 5 minutes, 2 p.m. 3 minutes, 6 p.m. 1.5 minutes. So now you know when to have full history versus when to have only short history. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, a company is going to hire few persons. After 6 months of 1 year, they are going to fire out from the company.
Okay.
What is the drawback? Like the selection process, or depends upon the person. Like you are selecting a person who are good at communication skills, technical skills, so and so. Again, same person is firing from 1 year. So what is the reason?
I did not understand. I mean, your flow is too fast, frankly speaking.
Okay, sir. Let us consider a person hired in a company who is in good technical skills, communication skills, so and so. After 1 year, he is firing from the company, which happens in our daily life. Like
Right.
you can see IT
Yeah.
companies. So what is the reason?
It could be a number of reasons. See, if he is technically good, doesn't mean that he's a good team player, probably. He doesn't follow the company norms and standards.
Okay.
Or if he doesn't want to work with a customer or a given location or a given timeline. If you say that, boss, I don't want to work outside Guntur after 1 year.
So I mean that there is an impact on the selection process, no sir. Like there is a drawback in selection process, no sir. It specifies that he is not satisfying the conditions. Like while we are selecting, we are like looking like his attitude, its character, and so on things like
True.
he is adaptable or not.
True.
After 1 year, he is changing his character. So it shows impact on the interview.
No, see, any person can change, right? Today I will say everything yes because I want to get a job. After 2 years, I am more comfortable. I want to do MTech. I want to go to MS. Probably I don't want to continue with the organization. I can behave differently. So it can happen. It can happen. And I will not be able to test all your qualities in that 40 minutes. Probably 3, 4. Remaining will again play.
Okay, sir. The question is that okay, fine, okay, good. But there's 40 minutes enough for an interview to select a guy.
It is enough, I would say. It is enough. It will not be able to test all your qualities, capabilities, because it's not one person doing 40 minutes, right? You have first written test. So that will give you about true technical skills. And 2, you have technical interview. 3, you have managerial round discussion. 4, you have HR interview. So with 4 different processes, 3 different people involved, and still if they are unable to judge you, is a question mark on the interviewer. So they will be able to find out the true, some key qualities which they are looking for.
Sir, is there any persons like firing within 3 months of?
There could be. There could be.
So it shows direct impact on the interview, no, sir.
Why?
If the interview doesn't fix the right person,
No, nothing like that.
within 3
See,
months.
you would have bluffed, right? You would have bluffed on some of the characteristics. I don't want to go to MS, suppose that is the bluff. No way I can find out that, right? After that, you got admission into some college of US and you left.
So we can't.
You wanted to go. So such a case can happen. See, there is no discussion on the location dimension in the interview. It could happen. You might say I am flexible to go to Guntur or to Delhi or to Kolkata. But after joining 3 months, you are very stubborn and say I don't want to go. In that case, I have no option but let you go.
So we can't get 100% efficiency from interview. Like we can't.
That can happen, right? Always it can happen.
Hello. Sir, here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what are you expecting from a non-core candidate?
Non-core candidates. Yeah, whatever you know, if you can explain better. 1.
Okay.
2, if you can associate with any of the IT related aspects.
Okay.
Any of IT related technologies or how it is useful to, how it can be clubbed with IT, that dimension. Even see, electronics or even mechanical, etc. The designs, etc. will be still done in IT organization only. The CAD CAMs, etc. Suppose that is still done in an IT organization only. But you will be specifically working in CAD CAM or say a manufacturing device industry sector of IT. It's not pure play computer science only. You have manufacturing, automobile, retail, banking, etc.
Coming to languages, sir. Languages.
It is not fixed. It is not fixed. You can pick any language.
Okay.
Most of these organizations will use all the languages. Yeah. Any and every language. But if it is more of object-oriented languages like say Java, it makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Open source, etc.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, if a HR asks to rate him, should we rate him? Because when I attended a mock, one of the HR said better not to rate him, and one said rate him because it shows your confidence.
Rate him whom? Rate myself?
Rate HR. Rate the HR.
Rate HR?
Yeah.
Obviously, I would say 9 by 10. I would say you are good. That's why you are in that position, obviously. So, but normally that question normally won't come. Normally, 99% of the cases, if somebody wants to understand their view about what candidates feeling about them, you can say 8, 9, 10.
Okay, sir.
I want to ask question about management round, sir.
Okay.
I got feedback from my seniors that many of them got filtered at that particular round.
Okay.
What will you check in that round, sir? What do you expect from us?
See, it's not the technical skills certainly. The remaining skills which we talked about, the communication skills, 1, and the team player capability, flexibility, adaptability, and do I have leadership material in the person? Do I see the team skill, team member capability in the person? These are the core dimensions which we'll see. Flexibility, adaptability, good communication, team player capability, etc. Whether she or he is arrogant, whether he shuts down if I pose him more questions, if I push him to the corner, he will shout back. Those are the characteristics they will try. They will play on you and they will see the response.